What is up, everybody? Episode 23? 23? I think it's 23. Let me look. Yes, 23. Oh, dude, my brain, it's just not working. I slept way too much last night, so all over the place. Yeah. Avi Yemini, Australian dude. I don't know what he is. He might be Jewish, might be Muslim. But all I know is he was critical of Jim Jeffries and showed what the Jim Jeffries shows did to make him look like he was a white supremacist. And then he got detained at coming into the U.S. for an interview with, I think, what's that middle of the line fag dude? What's his name? Not Tim Pool. Not Steven Crowder. Shit. He's out of Los Angeles. He's so centrist, and he's not Joe Rogan. God, dude, am I gonna go through them all? Someone help me out. My brain's broken. Rubin. There you go. Dave Rubin. Yeah. So he got detained. He was supposed to be on the Rubin Report or whatever the hell the show's called. And so he was detained. It was a couple of weeks back. He released a video a day or two ago about why he was detained. And so we're going to take a look at that. We're going to look at Sony. Oh, Sony's going the route of stupidity. I love my PlayStation 4, but going the woke route and everything, maybe not the right call. I mean, granted, the guy did kind of push the buttons and things, but it has repercussions, especially when you buy digitally. And we got more Kim Fox today. Oh yeah, we got more Kim Fox, as well as some Ilhan Omar. Today's a fruitful day. The last few days have been very fruitful to this show. If you missed yesterday, we had Owen Benjamin. Missing Easter because of the moon. Did Sicko punish you for pissing on his rug? When did I piss on his rug? I don't know. If I did that, it was because I was drunk and I don't remember. Sorry, Sicko. But yeah, so the last few days have been interesting. Some stuff that kind of got lost in the scuffle of the Mueller report, impeachment. Supreme Court is ruling on whether or not Trump can have the immigration status on the census report, and many, many other things. They're hearing arguments. They won't rule on it probably for I don't know, ever. You know the Supreme Court, it takes them 4 months to figure out a yes or a no because of whatever reasons. I do appreciate that they take their time, but things that shouldn't take forever take forever. Apparently, I pissed on a rug, according to Rebel's Retribution. I'll rub your nose in it? Yeah, because that's how you treat a dog. And apparently now I'm no better than Luna, Sicko's dog. Oh, shit. But yeah, guys, share the stream, like the stream. Let's get those up. And we'll dive right into some things. Oh, we also got our favorite clown. We're going to be talking about our favorite clown today, who decided to go at Metokur. That's going to turn out good for her. Not really, though. I don't think she knows who he is, and therefore she decided to go at Metokur. You know what? Let's start with that. Let's start with crazy clown bitch decides to go after. What up, Bog? Metokur. Not a good call. Not a good call. You're asking for the autistic to attack you. Ooh. I have a feeling she's gonna regret it. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, since everyone needs a little laugh to start off with, let's hold on. That is everyone. Hello everyone. Better than rubbing one out on it. True, Johnny Bender. Give Luna airtime. She wants to be famous. Yeah. I've given her airtime on a stream a while back when she jumped on my lap when I was streaming. But let's talk crazy clown Lil Lunchbox who, she's gonna regret it when the Sweetie Squad goes after her. Because they're not, yeah. Oh. Hold on. Her shirt says ever make mistakes in life. I think this video is a mistake. And going after Metokur, not the smartest thing. You know what? Since we're going to cover this first, we're going to get away and remove that. We're going to change the title. Because, why not stoke the flames of drama? I mean, I don't do any drama on the channel, but I can poke some fun and get some shit rolling. Because you know why? Because it would be awesome for the clipping channel if Metokur and others started, battling with her, because it's all in good fun to poke at people and get them to do stupid things, right? I think so. Let me adjust the tags here. Because sometimes things are given to you. Gifts are given to you, and Lil Lunchbox is a gift to the world, especially when she decides to jump on and start going after Metokur. Yeah. Let's turn this up.
I'm not down with that. So if you think that makes me a troll, I think that makes you somebody who's just like, I don't know, not that bright.
Fuck the Claters, yeah. The Clive style's not going anywhere.
Jesus.
Lunchbox.
Hi everybody, it's me, Lil Lunchbox.
Hold on. Is she now? Hold on. She's now like Lil Bow Wow. She's no longer saying Lil Lunchbox in her intro. She's just saying Lunchbox. She's grown up, guys. She's no longer Lil Lunchbox. She's just Lunchbox.
Lunchbox. So today I wanted to discuss the rumor, the notion, the opinion that I am a troll. I have said numerous times that I'm not. I don't know how many times I can say it. I'm not a troll.
That's what a troll would tell you. I'm sorry, clown lady. That's what a troll would say, okay? Everyone? Would you admit, well, I don't know. Do you admit when you're trolling?
Now, have I ever participated in trolling? Yes, I have. And that's not a secret. You can find posts that I've made. I made a post talking about how I was my mother and how she was going to confiscate my computer. It was copy pasta, meaning that I didn't write it. I copied it and pasted it, hence the name, and changed.
Oh, thanks for explaining copy pasta to us. I think she is a pro. I think she's a massive pro at trolling. I truly do. For the simple fact that, I mean, she's pulled off some pretty good shit with claiming to be cucking her boyfriend, all that stuff. What up, Missing Link? Welcome in.
Like slight details to make it seem like it was about me, like my name. And that was literally it. It still talked about how she was going to ground me and other things that made it seem like she was with me, which doesn't make sense because I live in Sweden. And it was just
And not everyone knows that. So therefore, why would you make assumptions that everyone's going to know that? Of course they don't know that. So apparently she trolled as her mother, guys.
a joke. I think it's fun to post things that I think are obviously fake because it's kind of amusing. I don't know. I've always done that. It's not a secret. I understand why some people might think that I am a troll. And I've addressed that before in the comments that I'm not. I think it's kind of sad that people think that someone like me can't exist. Like it all has to be a big joke.
Well, to respond to that, her ex-boyfriend is the cuck boy who went with her into the no-go zone where they went to a parking lot and hung out and then walked around for a few seconds and left. He's also the guy who, I don't know, went on a rant about how Americans this, Americans that. Nigga, you're a Swedish boy. You get that, right? Sorry. But you don't get to tell us we're overstepping things when your country is Sweden. You make good Volvos, but that's all. That's all you're known for. And, high numbers of rape and other things in your country.
Some people want to believe that I am secretly an alt-right troll, which I don't really see how that makes any damn sense whatsoever. I just give my opinion. I don't have some big agenda aside from wanting people to feel like they can just be themselves and express themselves, and whoever is attacking that, I don't support them. I'm pretty outspoken about how I feel about people who call themselves liberals. It's not a secret that I'm irritated by people who try to stifle creativity, be it the left or the right. I'm not down with that.
Oh, she ain't down with it, guys. Holy shit. What? Oh, brought out the fire. She ain't down with that.
So if you think that makes me a troll, I think that makes you somebody who's just
Yeah, I forgot. The only thing that Sweden's exported that is worth anyone's time is PewDiePie and Swedish meatballs.
I don't know, not that right. No offense, but I just keep it real. I keep it 100. Always have, always.
Oh, shit. Who was that? Was that Zen Rhino? Zen Rhino. Her catchphrase is a ripoff of Homie Don't Play That. And wasn't Homie a clown? Homie was a clown, right? I don't remember, but I'm almost 99% sure Homie was a clown.
Always will. So I wanted to address something that some guy whose name I can't pronounce, his YouTube name, Mediocre, that's fitting. Anyway.
Metokur? Even if it is Mr. Mediocre, that's it is what it is.
He decided to show me on his live stream or something. He's basically talking about how I must be a troll because I sell merch.
Look at and it's Comic Sans. It's not even centered right. There's so much space between oppression and is.
And I was too.
Okay, she explained it on the screen there. For those of you just listening, it says, so you can see my eyes. Okay, cool. You know what you do? You move clown and oppression down a bit. You move it down a bit. Got it? Let's give you some design 101. You move it down a bit.
Between oppression and is.
And I was too eloquent or something when I said that James Woods, I'd love to speak to him. Let's just go through them. I sell merch, so I must be trolling in order to sell some t-shirts. Yeah, I cut my hair like this. I go outside like this with this makeup, not every single day, but with this fucking hair and this heat. I can't wear a hat anymore. I'm out.
Fucking Sting? This is Sting walking out of the audience. I know he's misspelling it, but Metokur just sounds better. What's going on the D Live side, guys? It's Sting, guys. Holy shit. we thought he retired. He passed on the mantle to a female, Lil Lunchbox.
I'm about like this, but that's just so I can sell a couple t-shirts and make a couple bucks. I make like maybe $5 at the most per shirt. Because you realize, I'm not making the exact price of the shirts because that's not how that works, seeing as you have to pay for the materials and all that bullshit, pay for...
Thanks for... Hold on.
Shipping that shit out.
Thanks for explaining how Teespring or whatever the fuck you're using works. We all know you're not making all the money on it. Jim is not dumb. Metokur is not dumb. You might want to dig a little and find out who you're fucking with. For the simple fact is, you say you're not a troll. Okay, cool. You're not a troll. But you're inviting a fuck ton of them into you. You're inviting a shit ton of them in to mess with you. Now, since she's been on this show, and since the incident with James Wood, she's jumped from 800 subscribers to 1.1K. So, and I'm not saying that has anything to do with this show, mind you. Nothing. Because, whatever. This show isn't big. But she's gotten the publicity she wanted with the taking back the Pepe clown meme. And she's seeing growth. I think it's a troll.
I made the shirts because my Lunchables wanted the mother clucking shirts. That's why I sell merch.
She said one friend wanted the shirts on my interview with her. I tried to find the clip. I didn't want to dig and waste time trying to find it, but it is there. I asked her about this. Yeah, exactly. Metokur isn't going to care. Metokur, doesn't care. But my point being is Metokur's fans. Yeah, is she picking a fight with Metokur? Yes, she is. And it goes on further. I saw it to write about where she shows his merch and tries to... Everyone knows Jim kind of is a troll. Everyone knows that Jim is a troll. So... and does trolly things, but he calls people out on their stupidity as well. So, it's not like he's trying to hide that. But I will say this. She did say, I'm like, why'd you create merch? And she's like, well, one of my friends wanted me to make a shirt. And so I made a shirt and then put it up there so that person could buy it. One shirt. That's what she stated. But she has multiple items on her Teespring or whatever the fuck that is.
So if you think somebody's a troll because they sell merch, are you a troll?
Because Metokur sells shirts. He's a troll. Well, we know. We're not stupid.
Are half of you fucking YouTubers, are they all trolls because they sell some shit?
No, it's looking at the context of you're trying to take this serious and the way you respond to things and the fact that you have a merch game, that this isn't just about your mental health being, an issue. This is about you. Yeah, of course he sells merch. Yeah, she showed it. That's what she showed, is Jim's shirts and stuff. He's had for years, whatever. We all know Jim's a troll.
That is just so damn stupid. The second thing, that a crazy person wouldn't respond the way that I did to James Woods.
I'm not on Twitter, but someone please tell James that I'd love to speak with him. He's proof that two people with different political opinions can respectfully disagree. See, this is... An insane clown woman wouldn't say that. They would have said something insane instead. If there wasn't an Etsy store, right, selling shit, and if she didn't respond like she did to James Woods, I'd say, okay, maybe it's legit. She had her head shaved for 8 fucking months, and dresses up in a really weird way and talks about bizarre shit. But it's that I want money and I want attention, can I talk to James Woods thing? That makes me think that it's some very bizarre Swedish avant-garde trolling by a leftist.
And this is where we get into ableism. I'm sorry, mediocre.
Ooh. Ableism? She's going with the ableism argument?
That you think that all mentally ill people are talking, first of all, the same damn way. Second of all, maybe, I don't know, that proves that I'm not crazy. It's not a secret that I'm mentally ill. It's not a secret that I suffer from fucking depression. It's not a secret that I'm on antidepressants. I talk about it all the damn time. People always try to use that as some kind of gotcha. She's crazy. She's mentally ill. Wow, fucking congratulations. Have you...
Actually, re-listen to that. He did not say you're a crazy clown lady. He's using the argument that someone who is mentally unstable or willing to cut their hair and do this kind of shit would say something a little more crazy in response to James Woods. You know? He's saying you're not crazy. Sorry.
I've been talking to my doctor or anybody who watches these videos. Like, wow, Sherlock, you cracked the case. Did you watch one of my videos and figure out that I'm mentally ill? Good one.
Again, let's listen to what he said, and then I'll skip back to it. Where am I at? Let's see roughly. 5:30. Okay, cool. Perfect.
See, this is an insane clown woman wouldn't say that. They would have said something insane instead. If there
He's saying you're a troll. Not that you're insane, not that he believes you're insane, but that it doesn't match up that you're a troll.
wasn't an Etsy store, right, selling shit, and if she didn't respond like she did to James Woods, I'd say, okay, maybe it's legit. I mean, she had her head shaved for 8 fucking months, and dresses up in a really weird way and talks about bizarre shit. But it's that I want money and I want attention, can I talk to James Woods thing? That makes me think that it's some very bizarre Swedish avant-garde trolling by a...
Again, you got to listen. If you're going to counter someone's argument, you got to listen to what they're saying first.
One of my videos and figure out that I'm mentally ill. Good one. People say I clearly look mentally ill. Honey, I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but there's no like look to people that are mentally ill.
I'm sure we could pinpoint a look. It's in the eyes, Lunchbox. I'm sorry, but there is. You can see the crazy in the eyes. Now, do all mentally ill people express this? I don't know. But you can see it in a lot of them.
You can look like this and be completely sane and not have a mental illness. And you can look like Barbara fucking Bush and be fucked out of your mind. Or Laura Bush, who killed a man. Never forget. So I don't know
Car crash?
why you think that me saying to James Woods, I'd love to speak with you, because I'm trying to bridge a fucking, the divide between the left and the right. I'm trying to like make people actually use their brains and look into things and do their research.
What?
And not just spew bullshit that they see on their favorite fucking website. Oh, MSNBC said this, it must be true. Oh, Breitbart said this, so it must be true. I'm not gonna fact check. You're both stupid. I'm trying to cledgicate you, but you're
Taking every word and changing it to a CL in the beginning. Oh, come on. This isn't a stream, by the way, Mr. Purple. This is a video. Yes, an edited video. I am a clater, guys. Apparently, I'm a clater.
so obsessed with this, you can't get past looks. You want to talk shit about the left? Oh, they always talk about the white men. They always talk about how white men are like this and like that. Well, you won't shut the fuck up about my race.
What race? What? Clown? She's going to say clown. Please tell me she says her race is clown. Please.
You won't shut the fuck up about my fucking afro. About my shaved in the middle. Who gives a fuck? Listen to my words, you sheeple.
Cleeple? Hold on. She didn't do it that time.
So I'm sorry if I seem like a troll because I didn't fucking say, oh, like fucking Donnie from the Wild Thornberries. Like, I don't know how you thought I should respond if I'm really...
Did you just make a Wild Thornberries reference? Holy fuck, dude. What? Jesus Christ.
mentally ill. Like, you're fucking stupid, honestly. I don't give a fuck if you got 200,000 fucking subscribers. You're fucking dumb for that. Moving the fuck on.
She's funny. Pass. Too crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I just feel like, first of all, if you think I'm a troll, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. I just think the reasons some people say I'm a troll are so mind-bogglingly stupid. Like, some dumbass said I must be a troll because I was using American money in one of my fucking rap videos. And I said it then, and I'll say it again.
Hold on. She has rap videos? Hold on, she has rap videos? Someone, what? Someone get me the rap video, please.
Bitch, do you think that they confiscate your fucking American money before you come into the fucking foreign goddamn country?
That'll get copyrighted.
Said that somebody typed that out, looked at it. Maybe she did. Maybe she typed it out while high on crack cocaine and just pressed enter and didn't even pay attention. That.
Hold on. Didn't she just get mad because someone else was, I don't know, saying she was a troll and that all crazy people don't look a certain way? You might want to be careful throwing out those crackheads and those trolls.
Must have been what happened. That's the only variation of the story I will accept. Either that or she's just stupid. I'm sorry, I just can't get past that. It keeps me awake at night that somebody's that damn dumb. And some other idiot said that, you know, oh, this is all a lie. It's all gonna come out that he's not really your boyfriend. And that's true, he's my husband. And that you don't really live in Sweden. Like, yeah, I stage, it's a sound stage. This is the fucking Truman Show. It's this big grand illusion set up by...
Hold on. Hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought she said they weren't together anymore and that she always referred to him as boyfriend. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong, right? She said she's broken up. Is she forgot that?
The liberal media to indoctrinate the youth with communism and gayness and blackness and clowns. Welcome to Clown World, hoes. I'll be your guide. Anyway, I just think it's sad how people can't just accept that people like me exist. And yeah, also to the alt-right and all of the people who want to, not everyone on the alt-right, but specifically the ones who say racist things, y'all.
Hold on. I don't think a sketty is racist.
Want to, not everyone on the alt-right, but specifically the ones who say racist things.
What? Is that racist? I don't think that's racist. Anyone else? Oh, shit. You've seen a lot of clown porn. Oh, shit. I'm clearly jealous, X.
Y'all keep saying this isn't going to end well, and I'm just wondering, has it begun?
No, what I'm saying now is it's not going to end well because now you're going to get all of Metokur's people up your ass. And they are vicious.
I took back Klepe. That's happened. He's mine. And I think I'm making progress. I think I'm saying more with him. Like, I'm making more commentary with him than any of y'all have ever done. Ever. By making these shitty subpar memes that aren't even that great. And it's like, you didn't even create him in the first place. You had to, like, steal this sweet innocent frog and turn him into your bullshit. You can't even make up your own shit. Like...
Did you just use an article that called Pepe alt-right? Jesus Christ. Find a lane. Pick a lane. If you're going to be a center person, pick a lane.
You lack that much creativity. And not only that, but you haven't done anything productive with him. It must suck. Like, in 2 weeks, I've done more with him than you have in, how many years has it been?
They turned a frog, a kid's cartoon frog, into what the left would deem a symbol of hate, and got the left to basically shoot themselves in the foot over a frog cartoon character. I think they've done a little more than you. Sorry, dude.
And since you guys started using him, at least 5. Kind of pathetic. Can't relate because I'm a go-getter and I get shit done. So we're doing this. Klepe stands for all.
What has she done with it? Like, out of curiosity. And this is where delusions of grandeur. So yeah, we all know she's a little crazy. She's funny and goofy, but she's getting a little too. She's pushing things a little too far. She's gonna get. It's gonna bite her in the ass. I truly do think it is going to bite her in the ass.
I love Klepe, yes I do, and he stands for LGBTQ. He stands for pretty much anybody. That includes you, unless you are actually and actively a racist.
If you're actually a racist, guys.
That includes you, unless you are actually and actively a racist, which a lot of you have proven to be. Sucks to
Jesus Christ.
suck. But anyway, I think this war is officially over, and I won it. So you guys can, like, go back to your regular programming now. You don't have to keep flocking the fucking comments with racism.
Signs of CL illness.
Clillness.
I'm Dr. David Hill, and today we're going to talk about recognizing signs of mental illness in children. As we study mental illness in children, we're beginning to realize that the signs are present earlier than we ever thought possible. Children don't have to have adult concerns to experience anxiety. Children can be anxious about a parent leaving.
Jesus. Thanks for the donation.
I mean, you're only proving my point, so go ahead. But it's also just kind of pathetic. It's like, get a hobby, maybe, you know. But anyway, I just want to address that.
Says the clown woman. Jesus Christ. And the reason why I think it's trolling is because she had to have done some research on who Metokur is, right? She had to dig into him a bit and see the kind of audience he carries. What's up, fireman? It is not going to be good. See, you throw the rooster out there and it means cock. So, you know, AG cock, cool. But I just don't think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be good for her. I think she's going to regret it. Yeah, she did. And I tried to touch it and I said it to see if she would trip out. And you could see a shift
thinking about that for a while. I wanted to bring up Mediocre's bullshit because I just thought that was really cringy that he said that and that people actually were buying it because people have a hard time thinking for themselves. Can't relate. But yeah, have a blessed day. Don't let the Claters get you down. And I really do love you all. I love the Claters. I've always said this.
Oh, God. All right. So she's inviting in people from the Metokur audience to basically destroy her. I don't think she's seen that kind of people. And once it gets out that she's saying shit about him, I'm sorry. You're gonna regret it. You seriously can't stand her. I wonder if she has any felonies. Nah, dude. She grew up in a nice part of the hood. She ain't fucking got no felonies. It can't be as bad as when she went after the furries. I don't know. Furries are pretty widely hated in a lot of different communities, especially with shit that's come out with them fucking animals, with them doing their little petting zoos with kids and other shit. Ooh, I don't know. Just wondering, because I heard she lives in Sweden now. Like, she's lived in Sweden for quite a while. The furries, yeah. I mean, granted, there's going to be normal, non-creepers that are into their freaking furry shit. But does anyone come up on top of Metokur? No. I've seen people go at Metokur and it doesn't work out too well for them. And I don't know. You saw Sargon do it. Speaking of Sargon, we'll transition into this. Now, I thought this was funny and a very, very good moment. Do you think that furries will one day become a protected class? Like, being anti-furry will become racist? Well, I mean, they are trying to push pedophilia in schools and everything else. Yeah, that'd be interesting, Fireman. I don't know. I don't know. Zoom tends to argue with volume, and he's used to the IBS arena, and Jim was around it, but Jim's not a shout over you kind of guy. I don't think Jim would ever go at Zoom for the simple fact that it's not. I mean, there's no point in it, but it'd be interesting to see them go at each other. So, Sicko sent me this. I haven't kept up with Carl of Applebee's in a long time, but do you think if she keeps it cordial, he'll take it easier on her? I don't know. It's not him. It's the audience that I'm thinking will go at her. His audience.
So what I want you to do is each one of you to do 1 minute on why you're running as an MEP for UKIP. Carl, you go ahead.
Because you guys are severely mismanaging the country. I mean, really, I'm just here to kind of mock the legacy media. Your numbers are going down every day, and our numbers are going up, right? Like combined, the YouTubers are getting like 30 million views a month. You're dying. And it's because do you know what your rating is?
Ooh, I don't disagree with him on that, and I'm fine with him basically punching the legacy media in the face. Because quite honestly, I mean, look at it. Look at our media over here. Just imagine the UK's media.
On Trustpilot, business review site, 84% 1 star for the BBC, 59% 1 star for ITV, and 72% 1 star for Channel 4. I don't care what you say. You are just smear mutchers. Not one of you can tell me what I believe. Not one of you knows. But all of the public know because they can go to my YouTube channel, Sargon the Cad, and just watch for themselves. I've been doing this for 5 years. I have nearly 1 million subscribers.
Come on. Don't build your ego. I get what you're getting at here, but
just go and have a look. I'm not answering your questions. I'm not apologizing for anything. You dirty, dirty smear merchants, get back.
I do like that he punched them in the face and just called out their bullshit and refused to take their questions because, I mean, look at what they've done over the time, whether it be with him or others. They do just try to spin shit no matter what you say. And, I mean, come on. We know Sargon, Carl of Applebee's. He does push buttons on purpose to get a rise, and that's fine. But, I mean, if you're going to constantly misrepresent a person in the media, yeah, you expect them to not give a shit what you say and to call you out. And I'm sure people will start saying, How much does it say about our media and the EU that I think that Sargon is a complete retard, but I would still vote for him? Yeah. I think he is stupid in a lot of regards and stupid on a lot of shit when it comes to things. Now, would I vote for him? Probably versus what they got going on? Yeah. Count Dankula's reaction to when they bring up the I wouldn't even rape you is hilarious. Yeah. And I think Count Dankula's running too, right? I'm pretty sure he is. It's funny that Sargon shows up in a suit. Count Dankula is the everyman, just wearing a freaking a flannel and a fucking t-shirt. I think this will be interesting, and if this motherfucker wins, it'll be a huge slap in the face of UK politics for the simple fact that people are getting tired of their shenanigans and everything. I mean, that country is no longer a free country. Not at all. They are beyond the pale when it comes to taking everything Marcus Meechan of Denny's. I do like Dankula too. So I wanted to show that the other day, but then we got caught up in Turk February yesterday. We got caught up in the Owen stuff, and I had that slated to go through, but couldn't get to it. There are some other things that I think just kind of are interesting, kind of, I don't know, crazy going on. You want to see the kind of person Kim Fox really is. Now, we all know of Kim Fox from, did I see the mural at the Eiffel Tower? I did not. Drop it in the Discord if you want me to pull it up, because I don't, or a link to it. Thanks, Zen Rhino. Do hit the like button, guys. That is the best way to help out. Gets more interaction. Landon Splat will be okay. No brain damage. Well, that's good. How is he physically? Because, I mean, kids rebound pretty well. And I'm not... Okay. I don't mean kids bounce. Okay, guys? Kids bounce back from injury pretty well, okay? Kids do bounce back from injury. They can take a hit and, I mean, shit. They could take a 5-story fall and live, okay? He's going to live. But, hopefully the dude will be able to walk. Yeah. They do. Basketballs, footballs, tennis balls, kids, they all bounce back really well, guys. No, kids are resilient. Get it, okay? But never forget, it was some Somali who chucked the kid off. Always remember. And never forget, Ilhan Omar still hasn't said shit about it. And this was in Minnesota, her state. So, you know, I don't know. The middle of America is becoming a lot like the Middle East, guys. Got to be careful. But Kim Fox. Now, Kim Fox, she is known because she's an idiot. Was it her brother? I don't think it was her brother who tossed the kid, but it wouldn't be her brother anymore. It's her husband. Was it her husband? Okay. Yeah, it was non-Easter worshipers who threw him off the balcony, if you get what I'm saying. But yes, so Kim Fox, well known for deferring or getting rid of 16 charges for Jussie Smollett. Well, she's also gotten rid of a situational charge not too long ago for a murderer. For a murderer, guys. That's right. I'm gonna play this uninterrupted. I'm gonna grab some coffee. I have watched this, but I want you guys to listen to what the case is. This family, hold your opinions. I know, you know, them certain 13 percenters. I understand, but this just shows that she's just an idiot and should be removed from office. Now, in 2009, a kid was murdered by 4 other kids. A black kid, honor student, or black kids attacked him. Follow this, and we'll refresh. I beat it to it. Am I still getting lag? No. We're good. Just refresh it. Yeah, we're good. I'll tell you, once the show, I will drop some frames. I don't know what is up with OBS right now. I think tonight I'm finally going to fuck with it and try and fix it. Could be because I send data into Restream for the people over on DLive who watch. Thank you for watching. Thank you for donating over there too, guys. So, Kim Foxx, again, this is not the first time. She is royally fucked up, and she's still in office. Now, she essentially, well, you know what? I'm going to let this explain, and then we'll talk about it, because I really need some more coffee and some Advil, because I got a fucking migraine. But let's take a look at this and check it out. Donating a lemon over there equals 1 cent US, by the way. Each one Lino is worth 0.012. So 1 penny.
Darian Albert had been beaten to death. 5 teenagers were charged with his murder, 4 of them still in prison. The I-Team has learned the 5th teen is free after a decision by State's Attorney Kim Foxx that tonight her office is defending, even as the dead student's family asked tough questions about why a convicted killer isn't locked up.
I think about it all the time.
It's been all of a nightmare.
The nightmare beating death of Fenger High School honors student Darian Albert on this stretch of 111th Street, September 24, 2009. Cook County prosecutors charged these 4 teens as adults. 3 were convicted of murder at trial, 1 pleaded guilty, all serving prison sentences. But 1 teen, known then as DJ, was 14 at the time. Prosecutors said he punched Albert, knocking him to the ground. As they said at the time, DJ signed Albert's death certificate. Prosecutors decided to charge him as a juvenile in a special kind of case called an EJJ, Extended Jurisdiction Juvenile Prosecution. That means although DJ was convicted as a juvenile, he was also sentenced to 30 years as an adult. However, that sentence would not be enforced unless he was convicted of a new felony after being released from juvenile custody. Albert's family says then Assistant State's Attorney Kim Foxx decided to go the EJJ prosecution route.
Kim Foxx, she kept telling us that that was the best way to go. That way we have some kind of the safety net. You know, that way if he got in trouble, he'd go back.
In 2015, the teenager DJ was already 20 years old. Deontay Johnson, out of juvenile prison, was arrested and charged with felony aggravated fleeing after a Chicago police chase. Court records obtained by the I-Team show prosecutors filed notice that they were seeking to revoke stay of his adult sentence.
Because he got in trouble, now we're going to get to 30 years.
Johnson was convicted of the new felony on November 8, 2016, Election Day. Fox, who supervised the Albert case convictions, won the state's attorney's race. Soon after, Albert family members say they were called to a meeting at the juvenile court building.
They call us down there and tell us that the state's attorney decided to not pursue the motion.
Cook County prosecutors were no longer seeking to enforce the 30-year sentence. Instead, they would ask a judge for probation.
One of the gentlemen said that it was determined he had been rehabilitated. My face almost fell off my head. I couldn't believe that guy actually said that.
Ann Jeanette Albert says she repeatedly called Fox's office, but Fox never called back.
I felt like she sat in our face, she cried with us, she hugged us, and then you turn around and you let this murderer, I don't care how old he is, he was convicted of first-degree murder. My son is not here anymore. And she gave us all this hope, and she promised us that this was going to be okay, and it didn't turn out like that.
Albert family members say they just want answers.
I look her straight in her eye and just ask her why.
I don't have anything to say to Kim Fox.
Deontay Johnson, now a free man, and his attorney told the I-Team they have no comment. Late today, a spokesperson for State's Attorney Kim Fox sent the I-Team a statement. Based on the Class 4 felony, which carries a sentencing range of probation or up to 3 years in prison, it was not in the interest of justice to pursue a 30-year prison sentence in this case. Similar to what we heard after the Jussie Smollett explanation as well, the justice angle.
Yeah. So, the guy sentenced to time until he was 18. And so he turned 18. They let him out. If he were to commit a crime after he was 18, the sentence of 30 additional years for murder one would be tacked on to whatever the sentence for the other crime was. So the fact that she's backpedaling on a deferred sentencing based on whether or not the 14-year-old at the time, 20-year-old now, or yeah, this was about a few days ago. So the 20-year-old now goes to show just how fucking stupid Kim Fox is. You were part of the team that prosecuted them. You were part of the team where the judge laid out the sentence. Hey, you're going to spend 6 years in juvenile prison. If you fuck up after you're not a juvenile anymore, you're going to get that 30 years that you're owed. So what does he do? Homie goes out and screws up. Attacks someone, assault. Probation to 4 years, right? Plus the 30 years should be tacked. And so the parents are like, okay, now this motherfucker is going to sit in prison for murdering our son. No. We're going to give him probation. What the fuck is wrong with Kim Fox? It's not unless your juvie record is expunged. It wasn't, because it was a deferred sentence. It was stated, if you screw up as an adult, you get 30 years. That literally was what the sentencing stated. It was an extended jurisdiction juvenile prosecution, which means he was charged as a child, but had stipulations of after you are still carrying the adult sentence with you. It's just, if you don't fuck up, you don't have to serve it. But he fucked up. And then what does she do? Oh, statements of class 4 felony. Yes, it was a class 4 felony, the assault. It's a class 1 felony on murder. Now, this goofy ass bitch you're seeing on the screen cannot get any of this shit correct. What the fuck is wrong with her? Why is she still in any kind of position of power? What is wrong with her? She constantly throws out bullshit. This happens in every city with the Soros-funded head of prosecution. I wouldn't be Zen. I wouldn't be surprised if more and more of this shit where she pulled stuff like this comes out. It doesn't matter. The kid who got killed was black. It's not a white versus black thing in this situation at all. It's not a Smollett situation where the people they were trying to say attacked him were white. This is black on black crime. Don't you think that she would want to hold accountable the people? I don't know. It's getting out of hand with this bitch, and she needs to go. Granted, this happened in, right after she was elected. She is getting ridiculous. And it's going to show that she will never actually uphold justice. But I don't know, man. To be quite honest, hopefully the investigation into the shit with Smollett will bring a lot more of this to light. And I think if things continue to go this way, that she'll be out of office, because this is fucking ridiculous. If she can't uphold a law, then she should not be fucking prosecuting shit. If she gives someone probation after they've committed murder as a 14-year-old, and then when they're 20, they commit assault in a similar situation, attack someone, could have killed them as well, and you give them probation, they are not rehabilitated, you goofy ass bitch. Sorry, they're not. Man. She is fucking just a moron. A moron. So, let's move on from this dumb bitch on to, I don't know, let's see. Got some other good things. Anyone want to watch Beto get schooled by some, I don't know, college students? I do. Because Beto, he's super woke, guys. He's extremely woke. Unless you ask him questions about his taxes.
I, as someone who earns 7 times the amount of income as she in recent college.
With the music?
You just released your tax returns. I was talking to my sister about this, and we were wondering why, as someone who earns 7 times the amount of income as she, a recent college graduate, does, gives less in charitable donations than she does.
I've served in public office since 2005. I do my best to contribute to the success of my community, of my state, and now of my country. There are ways that I do this that are measurable, and there are ways that I do this that are measurable. There are charities that we donate to that we...
Are you trying to say that your service in a paid position as an official in government is donating of time? So what they're challenging him on is the fact that it does seem like a weird place to talk. I mean, granted, maybe it's big enough, but everyone's looking down on him. But it seems like he's trying to justify the question of, why don't you give more money? You talk about everyone else giving money, but on your tax returns, you gave, 0.7% of your income.
We've recorded and itemized, others that we've donated to that we have not. But I'll tell you, I'm doing everything I can right now, spending this.
Yes, in here, in this echo, he sounds a lot like Obama.
This time with you, not with our kiddos, not back home in El Paso, because I want to sacrifice everything to make sure that we meet this moment of truth with everything that we've got.
So my question has to deal with campaign finance. You recently pulled in $6.1 million.
There's nothing to clap about. He's still at the bottom. Stop clapping over her.
You broke all records, which I guess is pretty good. But my concern is how much of that is coming from a process which is called bundling. For those of you who don't know, bundling is a process in which political activists and people in the private sector and lobbyists go to wealthy...
Okay. One, the camera person. Oh, dude, stop shaking your camera. Fucking A.
multimillionaires and billionaires, and basically tell them to give the maximum, which is normally anywhere from $2,700 to $5,600, and basically use it to sort of overinflate a campaigner's, their first day totals. Your campaign has not released the number of individual donors you have, nor has it released the average donation. Now, when are we going to get an actual policy from you instead of just like platitudes and nice stories?
Ooh, when are we going to get actual policy from you instead of stories?
Thanks, everybody. So the answer to your first question is yes. In addition to how much we raised, the fact that we raised it in all 50 states, the fact that we took not a dime from a single PAC or lobbyist, we will release the average and the...
Now, who actually believes they didn't take a single dime from a PAC or a lobbyist? Individuals who want to push certain narratives could still be donating to you, buddy. You might not want to say those things when you don't know.
Number of donors. To your second question about policy. I'm going to try to be as specific as I can. I mentioned our criminal justice system. I called for the end of the prohibition on marijuana and the expungement of the arrest records of everyone who's been arrested for marijuana.
Beto. The cool skateboarder and hacker. Thank you for the donations over there, Drum Boy. This cool skateboard hacker, guys. What? Breaking news. That woman has been found dead on the set of Morning Show. Yeah, seriously. Oh, he pivots to weed for the kids. Yeah, and he does not have any kind of policy. He does not. Beto is the kind of guy who does not come up with any kind of policy. By the way, Glenn Beck, you fucking suck dick, but thank you for fair use and let me use that video. Thank you. Thank you, Glenn Beck. Let's go back to this. He doesn't have any kind of policy. He doesn't have anything. He talks the same stupid shit over and over. So originally, the title included something about PlayStation. It included something about PlayStation, or Sony as it were, right? Okay. So for those of you who are not gamers, you can buy video games on your console. You have an account, you set up a thing through what they call the PlayStation Store. You can buy your games, download them right then and there. For any of you who don't understand that, it's like buying a movie on your cell phone through Apple or Android store, whatever, right? So you now own that game. But do you really? Let's go back to article. There we go. PS4 gamer loses access to digital game collection for using hate speech. Now, the gentleman in question did use some hate speech. He dropped some hard R's, got reported, and then doubled down on some white supremacy talking points and other things. However, when you buy something through a digital library, you own that. You own the rights to it, at least in the legal standpoint of things. If it's your purchase, you own it at that point. Now, there are limitations on what you can do with it, correct? But you own it. We're going to dive a little bit into the article for those of you who... And this can be the same with Steam, okay? This can be Steam for you PC gamers, Epic Game Store, shit like that. If Sony starts doing it, the other big platforms will start doing it as well. If it wasn't clear enough already, gaming is moving to all digital. Not surprising. I mean, GameStop's about to go out of business. Digital video game sales are growing every year, and in fact, some analysts predict that the next console generation will be the last to use physical media. Some have pushed back against the all-digital feature for various reasons, with one of the main arguments being worry that game publishers may restrict access to a game somebody has already purchased. While that fear seems mostly unfounded, it appears to have happened to at least one PS4 gamer after they were temporarily banned from the PlayStation Network for using hate speech. An admitted racist, they refer to as Rob, had his PlayStation account suspended for a week for calling people the N-word and promoting white supremacy. Well, if he's like me or sicko, it's probably trolling, okay? This is a clear violation of Sony's PSN policies, and so it's understandable that Rob's access to online, being able to play with other people, gaming was restricted. However, it seems that this suspension also restricts Rob's access to his entire library of digital PS4 games. Now, PlayStation has this thing called PlayStation Plus. It's how you play games online. Now, if these are games that he got through PS Plus, which are free, you get a free game monthly, and they give you certain games that are free, but all these games do not seem like free games. And you'll see what I'm talking about down below. Rob provided screenshots to show that he couldn't play his digital PS4 games after the suspension was put in place. The games on his account are marked with a lock symbol to show that he can no longer access them. Presumably, Rob will be able to play the games again when his suspension up, but he expects to receive a permanent ban. He apparently emailed Sony back with another message promoting white supremacy, and it seems as though he plans to continue using hate speech in the future. If Rob is hit with a permanent ban, he anticipates it follows that his entire PS4 library will be lost. So, as you can see in the image, there's the locked logos and everything else, and none of these games have been part of PlayStation Plus. Those are games he spent money on and purchased. With Rob openly antagonizing other PS4 users and Sony itself, it seems like he's looking to get his account permanently banned, since he knows now that being suspended from PSN potentially means losing access to digital games. It's hard to feel sorry for him. Actually, no. It's not hard to feel sorry for him. The Supreme Court, which, if you're providing a service in a certain country, you have to meet or exceed their laws, has ruled that there is no such thing as hate speech. Now, if there is no such thing as hate speech, he can save anything. He can say anything. If he continues to act this way and loses his digital games library as a result. However, others may be worried that Sony has this power to begin with. After all, digital games often cost just as much as physical, and consumers no doubt feel a sense of ownership for digital games they purchase, as they should. If you do not own it, and they can take it away at any time for breaking terms of service for online play, then you don't really own it. And if you don't really own it, why are you paying full price? Doesn't seem like something that should be the case. And I guarantee you, if that goes that way and that guy can show how much money he spent in games on the console and how much money he's out, Sony might want to slow down on doing this because it could start a huge class action issue. If Sony can restrict digital game access, it calls into question whether or not consumers actually have a right to their digital purchases. Of course, this is pretty extreme example. It doesn't matter if it's an extreme example at all. What it matters is he owns that. It's his. Whether it's in terms of service or not, it'd be like Sony saying, I went out and bought Mortal Kombat because it comes out today. I went out and bought Mortal Kombat, and while I'm fighting someone, I'm dropping hard R's and other things, and they ban me, and then they come over to my house and take my hard copy of the game away. That's exactly what they're doing in this situation, if that's the case. Doesn't seem very viable, as it's my product at that point, as it's this dude's product at that point. As long as they don't use clearly offensive hate speech online, they should be able to avoid Rob's situation. There's no such thing as hate speech. Shut the fuck up. And we'll be able to play their PS4 games without fear of their library being restricted. However, as we get more and more woke in this day and age, and as more and more companies are siding against freedom of speech, siding against, I don't know, anyone who has an opinion that differs from the left, and I don't think Sony really gives a fuck. I think that they just they don't have any kind of thought process in this, because the digital license is going to be verified through the internet. So they have to figure out a way around this. Otherwise, they're going to put themselves in a position to push issue. Google locked me for being in a Tommy Robinson stream, like in on the air or in as in just watching. You can't pirate. There's no way to pirate there's no way to pirate games this day and age in all reality. It's kind of getting to the point where it just isn't. Got a buddy that works in San Diego PlayStation. They don't know or care. They should bring it up. There's more, whether or not the guy's using hate speech. Yes, if you want to set terms of service for the online community, so be it. Set those terms of service. That's fine. But you cannot take away what is owned by him. Whether it says it in your terms of service or not, he'll win this in court, and I hope. Well, that's because Sony's in California. Everyone's in California. I mean, there's the West Coast is the bastion of the video game industry. Texas is kind of growing in that regard. There's a lot more studios going into Texas. It's not in the greater tech area. What's running into the issue is what I truly think is they don't have a thought around this. They need to figure out a way to differentiate your online playing with others' ability versus how games are owned and how the library is controlled. Rewind, Harry. Rewind. What it is, no, they're not kicking me off. No, they're kicking off some other guy potentially because he keeps on keeping on, and he's gonna, if he gets banned, he could lose rights to his games, which he has purchased. However, I bet they will find a way around it because Sony's already dealt with bad PR in relation to certain things that happen. Oh my God. You know what, Harry, you're getting the, I'm not going to pay attention to your questions anymore if you don't pay attention to what's going on. Rewind. See, it's original, Hawk Hill. Super original. But yeah, so Sony Sony's got to find a way around this. Sony's got to figure out, because they are opening themselves up to massive, massive lawsuits if they do this, because of the simple fact, you can't take away people's shit. But yeah, so enough with Sony and enough with the stupidity and the levels of, we're going to take your shit that you technically own, but technically you don't own it. Sam Hyde predicted this, and he is Q. True. Yeah, let's see. There's a few other things that I wanted to dive into because things are getting crazy. The clown world is coming true. Now, I don't know, guys, but did you know, and during the Black Hawk Down incident, that thousands of Somalis were killed? Thousands of Somalis were killed, okay, guys? And I know the statistical numbers show it under 1,000, and documents and research into it show it under 1,000, but there's one Somali who I wish would have been in the Black Hawk area at the time, who thinks that thousands of Somalis were killed. Oh, it's another article. There we go. That's right. Ilhan Omar claims U.S. forces killed thousands of Somalis during Black Hawk Down mission. Resurfaced tweet shows. Now, this fucking is. Can someone slap the stupid out of this bitch? Like, anyone slap the stupid out of her. A resurfaced tweet from Ilhan Omar saw the Minnesota Democrat claim U.S. forces killed thousands of Somali during the 1993 Black Hawk mission, despite multiple analysts concluding the number was much smaller. In 2017, a tweet discovered by journalist John Rosamato, Omar was responding to a Twitter user who highlighted that more than a dozen U.S. soldiers were killed and 73 were wounded in the Battle of Mogadishu, saying it was the worst terrorist attack in Somali history. Omar, a Somali refugee, because, she's got to remind us, I'm a Somali refugee, was then a Minnesota state representative, refuted this tweet, insisting that thousands of Somalis were killed by American forces. Now, again, this dumb bitch is a representative of in our country. This is a representative in our country. She's not loyal to the U.S. She doesn't care about American soldiers, especially when it doesn't meet the narrative. In his selective memory, he forgets to also mention the thousands of Somalis killed by American forces that day. Not today, Satan. All lives matter, even though 230 is more than 10 times 19. Actually, the worst terrorist attack in Somali history was the Battle of Mogadishu. 19 U.S. armed forces dead and 73 wounded. I was talking to Al Franken back in October 15th of 2017. In his I already read that. She also included the hashtag Not Today Satan. Why? Do Muzzies believe in Satan? The number of Somali casualties in the Battle of Mogadishu is widely disputed. A representative of the Somali National Alliance claims that only 133 militiamen were killed during 2001 interview, while Black Hawk Down, A Story of Modern War author Mark Bowden estimated roughly 500 Somalis were killed. As the Investigate Project on Terrorism also noted, the RAND Corporation, the RAND Corporation? Huh. I feel like I'm reading like a Marvel comic book right now. Reported that 300 civilians were killed, while others estimate nearly 1,000. Critics went after Omar after her tweet was surfaced. Why did Ilhan go full blame America moral relativism on Black Hawk Down? I swear to God, this woman is just a gift. She's a fucking lolcow that unfortunately actually has a position of power. And the Reagan Battalion, are you a United States Congresswoman? Because she constantly is doing this shit. She's constantly doing this shit. She is completely ass backwards. And I hope that refugee status, because I don't know personally how refugee status works with votes, if they become citizens, etc. Hopefully that these people in Minnesota stop voting for this idiot, but they won't. And this video doesn't have to do exactly with this topic, but it has to do more with her comments on 9/11. This is a gentleman who was at the event. Let's listen to this fucking dumbass speak.
Actually there with the Congresswoman at the event when she made those remarks about 9/11. Here he is. Why couldn't she say, instead of some people did something, how about saying some savage terrorist killed 3,000 Americans?
Well, because it goes without saying that whoever did the horrific acts of 9/11 are savage terrorists.
Oh, it goes without saying, guys. It goes without saying. So you know what? Some people in Somalia, whatever the hell that place is called, Pirate Land, got killed during the Black Hawk Down mission. How about that? How about some people were killed in New Zealand by someone? You want to keep going? Some people's prophet married an 8-year-old. Refresh. I know. Refresh. Yeah, how about some people's, because I got cut off mid-sentence on this. How about some people's prophet molested children? How does that make you feel? Would you like me to draw some people's prophet on screen right now? 50 some people were killed. Huh? How do you like that, huh? But it goes without saying who committed the acts. It goes without saying that it was some eco-fascist who shot up a bunch of your peoples. It goes without saying all these things. Come on. Clean the jizz out of your beard and become realistic here. All right? I am going to have a smoke. I won't let you listen to this fucking idiot for, 2 minutes. It's a 5-minute video, and he is a fucking goof. And of course, he's going to defend the great and mighty Ilhan because she's one of his.
Monsters, and the presumption that a Muslim congresswoman especially, or any Muslim would think otherwise, is itself an Islamophobic trope. She should be afforded the same deference that the average white American
So why
is.
didn't she show
like
basic respect for the dead? Pardon me, sir, but why didn't you said it goes without saying? Why not say it and then go on with whatever your point is and say savage terrorists, radical Islamic terrorists killed innocent Americans? Why not say that?
I encourage everybody to watch the full 20 minutes to get the full context. The video was actually viewed over 2 million times because Fox News itself live streamed it. And for 3 weeks, nobody made an issue of this because if you watch the full 20 minutes, it was appropriate. The point she was trying to make was that literally some people did something and it was horrible. And as a result of some people doing something, literally there has been countless hate crimes against the Muslim community. Millions of American Muslims have been treated like second-class citizens. And just a week before, let's not forget that these comments came a week after 50 Muslims were killed in cold blood in New Zealand.
And that
so
was
the point of the message was that a lot of people lost rights. A lot of people lost their rights because of the horrific acts of a few monsters.
Okay. And you know what? If I decided to give a speech about the Muslims who were savagely killed, unfairly, tragically in New Zealand, I wouldn't say something happened to some people. I would say that 50 Muslims were savagely killed. And then I would move on with what I had to say. Why couldn't she just say it for what it was?
I mean, she has many times, and it's, I think, very
Where
clear
she said it
that she has. But I think
times?
she's held to a double. Let me be clear. She's held to a double standard. In fact, many times, white American men have said the exact kinds of things Congresswoman Ilhan Omar have said, but they have not faced the backlash because there is a hypocrisy. And I want to see where's the condemnations for the death threats that Ilhan Omar continuously receives.
She should not
Where
get
are
the
the
death threats.
condemnations for her loyalty being questioned?
Okay, no one's calling for her to be killed.
There's
That
a
is
lot of
outrageous.
incitement.
She should not face death threats.
And that's happening daily. Every single day she's
standard.
getting all these death
So here's
threats
my
because
last
she's
question,
held to
sir.
a different standard.
To be clear, she should never.
Is she held to a different standard, or has she said it many times? Make up your mind. Bukkake Beard, thank you for the joke. I just stole it from the chat. Bukkake Beard, has she said it many times, or is she held to a different standard? You don't get to say one or the other. You fucking goddamn idiot. Oh, and by the way, I wish I would have known where this was happening, because I would have went and said something, because it was right down the road from where I used to live, about 30 minutes from here. I would have went and stood outside of it with a sign, and then probably gotten, berated by some, Americans, moderate American Muslims, guys. But you can't take your head out of your ass as someone who's supposedly an American citizen and say, you know what? Yeah, she should have said who it was. Extremists, Muslim people attacked this. And because of those extremists, a lot of Muslims were targeted after the fact. That's all it took. That's all he's asking you. But you can't even answer the question.
Face a death threat. No Democrat, Republican, man, woman, Catholic, Muslim. It's outrageous what's happening.
Oh my God, guys. She got death threats. Yeah. Because she said something stupid. Is it right? No. But maybe she should pull that fucking goddamn head out of her ass, take off her turban for 5 seconds, and realize, I'm sorry. Realize that you don't say stupid shit and expect people not to respond.
In terms of the political dialogue, and she should not face these death threats. But here's my question. Does she not have some responsibility herself with her own words? Let's not forget, she recently made these controversial comments about Jews in America and around the world. Shouldn't she be a little more careful with her own tone?
I think she's being...
Where do you think he's going to go with this? Let's get a one in chat if you think he's going to blame someone. If he's going to defend and then blame someone else for being anti-Jew. Because he's going to, guys. I know I spoiled the ones, but he's going to.
Being held to a completely unfair standard. President Trump himself has made anti-Semitic remarks, questioning the loyalty of Jews, calling the Prime Minister of Israel the leader of American Jews. He didn't get any backlash.
That wasn't anti-Semitic. What do you mean? President Trump was not being anti-Semitic in praising the Israeli Prime Minister.
That was an anti-Semitic trope. No, when he...
Everything's a trope, guys.
was claiming American Jews leader was Netanyahu.
Okay, well, that wasn't my question.
Banquet very
my question
recently.
is,
Again, there's a
I've
different...
got 15 seconds. I'm going to give you a chance. Should she change her tone? You can say no, but should she be responsible for her words?
She's being held to a different standard, guys. She's being held to a different standard, okay?
I think people need to hear her words in the full context. And I believe if everybody goes to the Fox News website, watches the full 20 minutes of her lecture, they won't have objections to what she said.
And my producers have told me in my ear that that is on the website, and they should hear it.
Let us not fight.
Okay.
Yes, it is. It is. And let us just, even if we disagree with each other, let's not incite hatred against each other. The New York Post went too far by using the horrific image.
Okay. So when you want to bring up things, it's okay. When you want to bring up topics and situations, it's okay. But if the New York Post shows an image of the towers with the plane crash, it's not okay. Jesus.
Image of 9/11 to incite hate against her. We can disagree without hating each other, without having death threats, and I appreciate you condemning the death threats that she's been receiving. Thank you.
Those should be condemned, and nobody wants to incite hate. I agree with you 100% on that. Thank you, sir.
Yes, he agrees with you, but you deflected and avoided the question. Fucking cum beard. She should not have said those things. That's all you have to say, dude. It's not fucking rocket science. You don't have to defend everything someone in your group of people says. You can condemn people's actions and still like a person. Still be for a person because they part of your tribe. But no. No, guys. It's not okay. You know, they didn't. Oh, exactly. Exactly. This guy frequents gay clubs. Probably. He's just lucky that they haven't found out and tossed him from a roof. Also, wasn't it one of his kind who shot up a gay club? Wasn't it one of his kind? Wasn't it his kind and people's who shot up San Bernardino? Do we need to keep going? Love when the left and these people who make the argument say more white people kill than Muslims. Well, statistically, since 2011, if you do not include 9/11, it's pretty damn close. For what percentage of the population are you guys? Yeah, fuck, man. She has sycophants. She has people who will follow her to the ends of the earth, and she can say whatever the fuck she wants because, one, you have the fucking progressives on the left defending her because she's a minority, guys. You have the progressives on the left like fucking AOC and these others who want to defend her because of the simple fact that she's in their little spectrum of socialist bullshit. And then you have fucking people in a religion who will defend her tooth and nail. You'll also have people on the left who are just fucking we gotta be sensitive to these minorities, guys. They don't ever do anything wrong. Yeah. Honestly, if the Black Hawk would have crashed into her in Minecraft, I would be okay with that. It would have been about the right time. She would have been running around the streets of Somalia. And, too bad that Minecraft wasn't around at the time. Well, let's lighten the mood away from crazies, idiots who represent people in this country and were elected by idiots in this country to a good old Blues Dolls video. A good old Blues Dolls video. Yes, that is correct. Blues Dolls put out... Hold on. Black Hawk or Black Cock? talk about Owen. I want to go into this Blues Dolls video first because this is good stuff. Yes, but we're also on YouTube, man. Who knows? It could be whatever the case. So, Blues Dolls. Now, I believe this was taken from an actual TV show. An actual TV show.
We're here for some tattoos.
What are you guys looking to get?
Well, I'm getting my first color tattoo, and she's getting her first tattoo.
Here we go again. Tattoos of significant others, do not do it or your relationship will come to a screeching halt.
And they're gonna sort of like go with each other's. I'm gonna get tall scratches going across with a big old B on it. That's what I call her, B for Bianca. And then like the scratches are like, she dug into me and like she's never gonna really leave anyways. It's the claw that's gonna always be in me.
So, how long do you think this couple's been together, guys? For those of you who have not seen it yet, how long, I have tattoos. Do you think this couple has been together? Anyone want to take a guess? How long has this couple been together? 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks. Anyone want to go higher or lower? I think 1 week. Okay. We got some weeks. Emerald, I'm going to slap you. I said for those who haven't seen it. Emerald. 2 years. Okay.
Most people who want to get matching tattoos with their daughters wouldn't get something that gruesome dug into their chest to represent their daughter.
That's right.
And what are you getting? I'm gonna get cat paws. I'm gonna get them like right here on each side, so it's gonna be pretty exciting.
How long have you guys been together?
Well, that's weird. We've been together since she was born.
Oh, this is your...
That's right. This is his daughter. It's his daughter. I know, but you still don't say it. Come on, you ruined the bit. Emerald. Bit ruiner.
Your daughter. I see the heart pendant, so I thought,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they go together. Yeah. This represents our love, our relationship, and how close we really are. We need something more permanent now.
Yeah, something that says like forever. Tattoos are forever, and we're forever.
Yeah.
So, father-daughter needs something like a tattoo to show this is real audio. 100% real audio.
There's something a little off about these two. Did you want anything else with your cat paws?
I also want a D and a G, like in the middle of the cat paws, to represent daddy's girl.
You sure you want it there, though? But it's kind of an intimate place to have daddy's girl,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let me get that started. And this is the weirdest father and daughter tattoos that I've ever seen.
So why are you getting this tattoo? Because I'm leaving the college. Kind of look like you're about to cry. How much are you gonna miss your dad? A lot. It's just gonna be so hard, like trying to get used to like the fact that like
I'm gonna be with other guys and not my dad, and it's weird because I've been with him for 18 years, 17 years, and he's taken really good care of me, if you know what I mean.
we're not gonna be able to spend time together.
I don't think she's ever gonna get her claws out of me anyway. So.
You okay? Yeah, I'm okay.
Don't worry, baby. I'm here for you.
I'm here for you too.
Fucking shit. What the fuck?
Touch my finger in your mind. Put your finger out.
This is a little weird.
I'm suffering for you.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, princess.
Dad, yay!
She even drew the the cat paw tattoos. Why in the fuck would you get a tattoo like that there in reference to your dad, you fucking weirdos? Blues Dolls, if you happen to watch this, you gotta tell me where you took this audio from.
That's crazy on you, baby.
That's the original video. Okay.
I don't want to hurt your chest.
No.
I love you so much.
I feel like we're a match. Alright, finally.
What the fuck? No.
Now send her on her way to college because now she's daddy's girl for sure.
Yeah, mark for life. Oh my God.
No matter where she is or where she goes, all I have to do is like take off my shirt and I always think of
Jesus Christ, the bee.
my princess. We're here for some.
What the fuck? It's fucking horrible. Yeah. What's the over or under on incest? Anyone want to put down? Ooh, she's why her parents got divorced. Yeah, no shit. Holy gross, dude. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to pull up the actual video. This is Tattoos After Dark. And let me see. I'm going to pull this in. Let's see if the... What? Okay. I got to figure out how to get this video to actually play in a decent position, but it's like 3 minutes long. I just want to see what the goofballs fucking look like.
Color tattoo, and she's getting her first tattoo, and they're gonna sort of like go with each other's. I'm gonna get.
Jesus Christ. Wow, she did capture the face pretty good. God damn you, Blues Dolls, putting out some good shit. But yeah, so that's the actual Jesus Christ. What the fuck, dude? What it is it's probably like one of those shows that's on I don't know, one of those TV channels where it's like the tattoo shows and shit like that. Something tells me it's his stepdaughter because they don't look even remotely alike. But yeah, so she's hot. I don't blame the dad. Jesus Christ. Ajax, you fucking gross, bro. Yes, definitely subscribe to Blues Dolls channel. She is putting out some really good shit and self-animates everything. So, Avi Yemini. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to probably close out. Okay. So, he called out Jim Jeffries. He was then detained by the FBI and kicked out of the U.S. When he was coming in for his interview with Ruben.
This is a big story, and I want you to stay with me till the end. And make sure at the end of this, if you're watching this on tr.news or Political Eye, there's the article. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to pump it out. Because as we've seen in the last month, the mainstream media is going to ignore this. They are going to protect their friends before exposing the truth.
So what he's talking about is the fact that Jim Jeffries and others are selectively editing things in order to get basically clickbait videos and just fucking ridiculousness. We all have seen this coming for a long time.
So it's been about a month now since I exposed Jim Jeffries and Comedy Central for the fake news that they are. Their silence has been deafening. And the thousands of you who have either tweeted, mentioned them on Twitter, mentioned them on Facebook, commented, disliked on YouTube.
So, as you know, and as we talked about, he was coming in because of the situation, to talk about the situation with the Jim Jeffries interview. And, well, he was held up at the airport.
In fact, Conan O'Brien's last video of Jim Jeffries, where he had him last couple of nights ago, has been unbelievable. The reactions are sensational. The fact is that 12,000 people disliked Conan O'Brien's video, and the majority of comments there are talking about what had happened. The funny thing is that was the first video that Jim Jeffries couldn't control the reactions. He couldn't delete.
Of course. And I actually haven't seen this, and so I think the fact that Jim Jeffries is getting called out, because this is not the first time. He did the same thing to Diversity in Comics when he was on the show during Comic-Con last year, talking about how Marvel and other comic book studios are starting to pander to the leftists and the mentality of social justice wokeness, and it's really hurting them. And you can see it with, comic book stores going out of business. He did the same thing to him. Now, is his reach as big as Avi? No. His reach is not as big as Avi, so it wasn't basically talked about as much as it should have been. So this isn't Jeffrey's first time doing this shit.
The comments because it wasn't his page. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today, because some information has come through which it's taken me a couple of days just to verify. And you know what? My gut was always right. And a lot of you messaged me right after I got deported and insinuated that this sort of behavior may be the reality. But I wasn't willing to believe it until I had some hard evidence.
So, as you know, we like to make sure things are fair use. I don't know how. I know he said share it out, etc., but I just want to make sure that I'm following the rules and I don't get in trouble with TR News or Avi Yemini.
So the information that we have been passed on and since...
That was a really fucking weird transition, by the way.
Verified. Is that the head of security of Vericom, the parent company to Comedy Central, in essence, the man in charge of safety and security for Comedy Central, and specifically Jim Jeffries, is a man by the name of Carlos Fernandez, ex-special agent Carlos Fernandez. Mr. Fernandez is a 21-year veteran of the FBI, and God bless him for that fact. That is not the issue here. The problem here, the issue that raises all these questions, is that Mr. Carlos Fernandez, Special Agent Carlos Fernandez, was the head of the counterterrorism division of the FBI.
So, apparently, Viacom's head of security, head of protection, after Avi did say he was going to go and confront, talk to basically challenged Jeffries on the bullshit that he put out. Well, I guess maybe he reached out to some former buddies. That's where this is going.
New York. This is the same unit that detained and subsequently had me deported from LAX last week. Now, a lot of people, when I was detained and deported, found it weird. In fact, when I walked into the room and the FBI flashed their badges, I jokingly said, Comedy Central. And bizarrely, they responded, no, we're actually a separate entity.
Well, hopefully they're a separate entity. I mean, why? If he's going to come to the U.S. to have a conversation, an interview, and reach out and try and confront Jim Jeffries and basically cause a scene, maybe they were trying to get up his ass a little. And the head of security for Viacom was able to get some of his buddies
to Comedy Central. I found that weird, and I've been telling that story all week. And people have pulled it up like, that's odd that they had to point that fact out. Really? We know the FBI is a separate entity. This new development, this new information that has now been verified, and you can see his LinkedIn, you can see the articles in which the FBI themselves on their own website tell us.
So, Carlos T. Fernandez, special agent in charge of counterterrorism division of the New York field office, and apparently it was the counterterrorism division that stopped Avi in Los Angeles.
Us who he is. This new information raises all these questions that Comedy Central has to answer. Until now, they've remained silent. And their silence is absolutely telling. It tells us that they are guilty. But until now, their silence has only told us that they're guilty about producing and publishing fake news. And we all knew that. In fact, the evidence that I published proves that. So it doesn't.
And he's 100% correct here. It does prove it. He kept a secret camera on him, if you don't remember, recorded it, and then showed the differences and transitions that they used to make it sound like he was spewing something else. And no one said anything. I don't think Jim Jeffries has said anything. And yet, after all this shit's dropped, he's still working for Comedy Central.
No matter what they say. But right now, we need to know their communications with the FBI. We need to know who said what. Was this just Mr. Carlos Fernandez calling in some old mates and telling them, hey, listen, I've got a problem. I run the security for Comedy Central and Jim Jeffries here, and there is a man who's coming who has legitimate issues with Comedy Central and Jim Jeffries. And he's coming here to confront my clients, to legitimately and legally confront my clients.
And, I mean, okay, one, if you want to do something like this, maybe don't announce it. I mean, Avi probably would have been better off if he wouldn't have said, well, I'm going to go confront Jim Jeffries about this. Should have came in, done the interview with Ruben, and then did that. Because then they wouldn't have had a heads up. They wouldn't have been able to do this. Now, granted, afterthought, but still, next time, man, you don't have to air everything out there for everyone.
We need you to help me out and stop it. Or was it through the actual processes, the regular processes of the FBI? I've spoken to a few ex-agents, and they've told me that it is a little bit weird. And that it is quite possibly, it looks from the outside, the optics of it, is that Mr. Carlos Fernandez called some old favors in.
Which, more than likely, is the case. And if Comedy Central is trying to keep this shit under wraps, honestly, I mean, whatever. They're doing their thing. Sooner or later, they're going to get caught up in it. And the more this gets out there, the more people talk about it, they're going to have to respond sooner or later. Now, will anything be done with it? No. It's legacy media, man. And they're, as much as they're a comedy channel that does bits, etc., and does some news reporting, they're still legacy media.
If that's the case, there is corruption here to be answered for. Make sure to share this around.
Yep. So, ties to the FBI. This gentleman was detained because he had planned on going and confronting Jim Jeffries after he put out his hit piece. And yeah, I don't know, guys. What are your thoughts on it? I personally think that nothing will be done of it. We're going to constantly see more and more of these people do this shit when it comes to the media, and nothing's ever going to change. But yeah, so on that note, guys, I think we'll call it an afternoon. And if you want to support the channel and don't want to give any kind of money, but need some shit from Target, check out the links down below. Also, if you're watching this on your cell phone or other device that uses battery, check out tinyurl.com/AGluckMofi. There are URLs down there for that too. You can get amazing battery packs. Yes, and South Park does keep them afloat. However, I like that South Park's, kind of pop shot at everyone. Also, throw a like on the stream. Subscribe on your way out. Make sure you subscribe to Blues Dolls and go over and check out ROTC, which is about to start. Hope you guys had an okay show. I don't feel like it was my greatest, but it wasn't bad. Whatever. I appreciate all you guys. Like the show on the way out, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Afternoon Wave.